Hello, I'm Khadejah, and welcome to a new season of Girl Talk, where we empower self-love and positivity. So one of my favorite quotes is, "The only disability in life is a bad attitude." Although we all go through different hardships, it is important to recognize your personal growth and to not compare yourself to others. Joining me today on the show are three lovely women who all share a unique story about overcoming adversity. Here we have Imani Payne, a sophomore A&T nutrition student. Imani was diagnosed with vitilago at the age of 6, which is a skin impairment that produces white patches on her skin. Next, we have Ashley Fisher, a freshman landscape architecture major. Ashley lost her arm in a car accident at the age of 1. And also we have Dr. Ahmad, an A&T professor, also the director of the creative writing program, and an award-winning poet. Wow. Dr. Ahmad lost her vision 12 years ago. So I just want to thank you ladies so much for coming on the show. It is a pleasure to have you all. How are you all doing today?
Great.
Great. So the first question I wanted to ask was, how did you overcome challenges in your life, and what was your toughest struggle?
My toughest struggle was when I turned about 16. I was ready to get out and get a job. Just kind of thinking about how certain people would take like getting food or something like that from somebody with vitiligo, because everybody doesn't know that it's not like contagious and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
But
so how did you overcome that? Like, how did you get the confidence to, go out and say, not having people look at you that type of way? Because I know that can be a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah. So I decided, like, I'm not going into food at all just because I don't want to deal with that. But with, like, retail and things like that, you kind of just have to, like, let your personality shine.
Oh, so, yes, of course, because you have a wonderful personality.
Thank you. You're going to have those people that ask questions, but just tell the truth and let them know that it's not like bad and nothing happens.
Of course.
My toughest struggle would have to been grade school, because I used to get teased a lot because I was different, and little kids are quick to point out the obvious. But to overcome it, I just realized that I'm the way God wanted me to be.
Of course, yes.
And I love myself, and I had to keep telling myself that. And eventually, I actually started loving myself, and I just like who I am now.
Of course, you're such a beautiful person, and you're a mother as well.
Yes, I am.
So what advice would you give to your daughter? We all go through challenges in high school where we sometimes get picked on. So once your daughter, goes through that phase, what advice would you have for her?
I would just tell my daughter to be strong and to remember that Mommy loves her and that God loves her too, and God will never put you in a predicament that is too strong for you.
Of course. So Dr. Ahmad, what were some challenges that you faced, and how did you overcome it?
Well, one of the concerns was how to go back into the classroom. And as a teacher of literature, my world is a textual world. But without vision, how was I supposed to go ahead and do that?
Wow, yes.
And all the things that come with that. The other piece was how to navigate in a world where you can't see where you're going, and that's the only way you know to navigate.
Yes, and you previously, you could see before, so how was that? What was that transition like, being able to see and now being visually impaired? Well,
that comes on kind of gradual. It varies from one individual to another, but when it ultimately happens, when you're in that place, I was very resistant to any training at all, because I was having lots of denial. Because if I picked up the cane, if I learned Braille, it would signal to the world that I couldn't see. And one of the difficulties for a lot of folks entering the realm of disability is shame. That's one of the biggest setbacks for individuals, when you have the feeling of shame about your situation that you really can't do anything about. It didn't happen because you were bad. It didn't happen because you did something wrong. It's it's something that happens that's not in our control. And as Ashley said, or was it Imani, God wanted it this way. It's bigger than us. It's bigger than us.
Yes, wow, thank you so much for that. Okay, so what do you guys like to do for fun? You know, what do you enjoy doing in your spare time?
Turning up. No. I like to shop. I love to shop.
Oh yes, I love to shop too. And also, you know, just because I don't want people to think, I know you guys don't want people to think that just because, you know, you have something that others may not have, you want to look pretty too, you know, you want to dress up, and you're not any different.
That's right.
So yeah, what do you like to do for fun, Ash?
I like to shop also. I love spending time with my family, and I like to turn up too.
College students.
Yes. And I like anything. I like school. I consider college fun, actually. And that's about it.
Okay. What about you, Dr. Ahmad?
Well, I'm an avid swimmer.
Wow.
And, yes, and I bowl, believe it or not.
Wow.
We have a blind bowling league in town. You probably wouldn't know that.
Oh, cool.
And one of the things that in the beginning, I thought, oh, my life is over. I can't see stuff. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do this. And I traveled a lot. So I said, now I can't go anywhere. And then I was at ignorance. And so I contacted people who were, they're blind associations, and they tell you how to do things. There's training with the state agencies that teach you how to be mobile, how to cook, how to maintain your clothing, everything you want to know. And so they told me, they said, you can do these things. And I went to a convention once. I was invited, and when I was in the state of Missouri, to the National Federation of the Blind. And I didn't want to go to the conference because there would be all these blind people. That was my feeling in the beginning. And so they said, we want to offer you a scholarship. I said, I'll be there.
I know that's
how they got me in the door. And I was amazed because everything, every aspect from the beginning to the end, from the keynote speaker all the way through registration, everything was done by a blind person.
Wow.
So that showed me something. I said, oh, I can do this. It'll just how I'll have to do it differently. I hadn't got to the concept of difference. I was thinking still as a sighted person, a sight-enabled person.
Wow.
So there's nothing that a person can't do if they can put their mind to it. There's a way to do just about everything, maybe differently.
Wow, that is phenomenal. Thank you so much for that. So are there any stereotypes that people get wrong about you?
About me? Oh, yes. Oh, she can't talk either. She can't hear. It's something that it's kind of a reflex that people have. They think because you have one disability that everything else about you is disabled as well. So someone will come upon me and they'll start talking to me, and they'll talk real loud. Say, oh, I can hear. You know, I'm just only blind, that's all.
Okay, what about you, Ashley?
Same thing, not the hearing thing, but people like to help me a lot. And what some people fail to realize is I lost my arm when I was 1, so
so you're kind of used to how,
Yes.
you know, taking care of yourself by your own. You do your hair, which is beautiful. You do your makeup. So is it a challenge for you to take care of your daughter?
It was a challenge at first, but eventually I just learned how to do things. Same thing as taking care of myself. It just came to me.
Okay, so thank you so much for that. Okay, so before we conclude, what is one thing, you know, what you want our viewers to know about your story? You can go ahead and start, Imani. What is one thing, you know, you want everybody to know about your story and what to take?
I feel like the greatest lesson I got from having vitiligo is that once you accept your flaws, no one can use them against you. That's my favorite quote. But yeah, if you accept what people would consider wrong about you, then you're good.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely.
And what do you hope people take from your story, Ash?
You can do anything you put your mind to.
And you, Dr. Ahmad?
we can all stumble, we can all fall. The thing to do is to find a way, some kind of way to get back up.
Yes.
And you can make it.
Yes. Well, I just want to thank you all so much for coming on the show and sharing your story. I am very sure that everybody took something from it, and you've inspired me as well. No matter what we face in life, we can always get up and go, even though we may run into some stumbling blocks. So thank you, ladies, so much. You're beautiful, you're intelligent. I look up to you. You are phenomenal. Thank you all so much for watching Girl Talk. Tune in next time where Miss Black North Carolina 2015 will share her story. See you next time.